Hi, I'm Lauren Rosella. Are you interested in getting into yoga and you're maybe a little intimidated, maybe a little apprehensive about it? Well, I'm going to get you started. So we're going to start with mountain pose today. We're only going to do 3 poses for each video. Work on those poses, practice them, practice the transitions, and each week we'll build on that and we'll give you a few more poses. So we're starting today with mountain pose. This is a common pose to start any yoga class with. It's a very basic pose, but it's a strong pose. I can't emphasize this enough. It is not a passive pose. You're not just standing there. So we're starting with mountain. First thing, we'll start from the ground up. Our feet are planted firmly on the ground, pressing down through all 4 corners of our feet, which means we are pressing down on all sides of our feet. We want to make sure we're not pronating or supinating our feet. We want to press evenly through those feet. Feel the energy from the ground up and drive your energy through the floor. We want to feel strength in our calves and our quads. We're going to lift up through our knees, feeling that strength in our quads. Make sure that we can feel that strength from the ground up. We're going to tilt our pelvis just slightly so we're engaging that pelvic floor, opening up that chest and sliding those shoulder blades back and down, palms pressing forward, reaching those fingertips through the floor. Keeping that neck nice and long. We don't want to look up to the sky or look down at the floor, so we want to keep that neutral spine, but keep that neck nice and long. We do want to make sure we're not overarching that back here. We want to keep a neutral spine, not overarching our spine. So make sure you keep that gentle, slight pelvic tilt as you reach those fingertips down through the floor. Continuing nice, strong breaths and pressing the crown of our head up toward the sky. So we feel the energy all the way from the crown of our head, all the way down through the floor. So transitioning into our next pose, we're going into our full fold. So what we want to do for a transition here is we want to lift those arms up to shoulder level, leading with our heart. We're going to fold at our hips all the way down to the floor, relaxing that spine, looking toward our knees. Now, if you have limited flexibility in your hamstrings and your calves here, you can use a block to help you get a little bit deeper into this stretch. We want to make sure we're not locking out our knees. We do want to keep a nice softness in our knees, but we do want to feel that stretch all the way down through the back of our legs. Relaxing that spine, looking toward our knees, and continuing to breathe nice deep breaths in through our nose and out through our nose. As we exhale, we want to feel ourselves sink deeper toward our legs. And again, if you have trouble reaching the floor, you can grab onto the back of your calves, and as you exhale, try to drive your chest closer towards your legs. Deep breaths in and exhale out. Now we're transitioning into our half fold pose. So we can take our hands to our shins and extend our upper body, flattening out our back. Now again, if you have limited flexibility in the hamstrings, you can take those hands up to your thighs. What we want to do is make sure we have a nice long spine from our head to our tailbone. Think about lengthening the spine, think about pressing that tailbone back and the crown of that head forward. We want to keep that flat back. We want to avoid rounding our spine. So if you have the ability to do this in the mirror, this is a great opportunity to check your posture, check your alignment, make sure you're not rounding those shoulders, rounding that spine, tucking that pelvis under. We want to keep that long line from the crown of our head all the way to our tailbone. Deep breaths in and exhale. As you exhale, you can relax that spine and fold back over into that full forward fold. Inhale, hands on your shins, back into that half fold. And exhale into that full forward fold. Soften up those knees. Sweep those arms out to the side. All the way up. Bring those hands to heart center. And you're back at your mountain pose. So there you have it. Mountain pose, transitioning to full forward fold, into half fold, and back into mountain pose. Be sure to stay tuned next week when we'll be covering upward facing hands, tree pose, and half moon.